Hello and welcome to my channel, Life with Everyday Haley. Who is with me today? My Smokey boy. Can you say hi? Oh, there he goes. He doesn't stay long, but Smokey loves to join me up here. Whenever I get in the rocker, Smokey wants to rock. So we'll see how that goes someday with a baby. Thank you for being here with me today. Today is an update for you on my journey. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Super glad that you're here. Would love for you to follow along, like, and subscribe to learn about my fertility journey, what God is doing in my life, and how we are headed toward having a family. And my journey has not been easy, but my journey has also been filled with moments of connection with beautiful women, learning to be empathetic toward women in this space, learning to advocate and educate on what it is sometimes like for people that try to have a family, and it is not easy for everybody. So I hope that my channel brings you peace and love and educates you a little bit, and if you just need a friend, I'm here. And if you're one of my fellow friends that is following along, welcome back. I love all of you, and I've loved the connection that I've been able to make. So today is a cool video. I have been purposefully not as active in updating on my YouTube channel due to the sensitivity of my current situation. Also, I just want to share, if you've been following along, you know this, but I am under care with my fertility clinic, my RE, and also a reproductive immunologist who I absolutely love and have had a wonderful experience with so far. So I am being seen by two top-notch fertility specialists. But I have been purposefully a little bit quiet with sharing about my reproductive immunology journey because my doctor has a social media policy and I signed it. And in terms of reproductive immunology, every person has a unique protocol. And so I don't want to misinform in this space, and I'm hoping that someday down the road, if we do have success, I can share, my whole journey of what we did, what my treatment was, and how I was able to find success in this realm of care. But at this time, I don't wish to share that. But what I will share is that I've learned a lot from this provider. He's found multiple things in my workup to treat and assess and explained what it means for me in pregnancy, and is really looking at my entire body, all of my blood work across the board, to truly try to prepare me in the best way for a successful pregnancy. It's kind of a long journey, but we're in the process of getting my body ready for a next pregnancy. So right now I've been adding certain treatments into my protocol and then doing labs and seeing how my body's reacting. And then we are not very far from him saying, you're ready to go. So how am I feeling about everything at this point of my journey? Because this is really a turning point for me. I've been through months of trying to clear my chronic endometritis, going through assessment, going through testing, to get to where I am today. And I do feel confident in my assessment, in my testing, in the procedures I've had. I feel confident in my protocol, the medications I've added, the supplements I've added, that my body is responding well to it. I feel prepared for pregnancy. I do. And I attribute that to my fertility team. I've learned a lot about my body. I've learned a lot about things that could have negatively impacted my pregnancies, causing losses. I've learned that I have PCOS. I've learned that I have an MTHFR gene mutation. I've learned that I have a PAI1 gene mutation, and that those two together can cause issues in pregnancy. I have learned that I probably need hormone support, so I will be having that. I've just learned a lot. I've learned that my AMH was too high. My body had been producing too many eggs and just overworking like crazy. So we're trying to regulate my body and let it be healthy. I've just learned a lot. And I learned that I had chronic endometritis that I needed to clear in order to have success for pregnancy, and inflammation was there. So I see it as I've spent, how many months? 8 months. I don't even know how long it's been focusing on healing my body and getting it where it needs to be. This process is not a quick one. That's been really hard to just wait. I feel like people always wonder what's going on with my journey. But at the end of the day, like, you have to be patient. Like, I have to be patient right now. I would rather wait and set things up to be healthy than to have another pregnancy fail. So yeah, I'm okay with waiting. I'm okay with waiting until my physician team feels like I'm ready. And then in terms of pregnancy loss, my last loss hit me really hard. I have so many videos on my channel. I don't even watch them because I don't want to go back to that, of how painful that was for me, the shame and the guilt that I felt, the PTSD triggers that I experienced when seeing babies or hearing babies cry, the physical pain and like the recovery that I had to have. It's so much in terms of pregnancy loss. And I'm happy to say that I've been in therapy for months, and it has really helped me find peace and closure about my last loss, and actually have hope for the future. And so because of the investment that I've made in my mental health journey, I feel good. I mean, nothing will ever take away the losses that I had. One of the hardest parts for me is seeing people that have their babies now, and my baby didn't make it. That is very painful for me. That is the most painful aspect. It doesn't seem fair. It's not fair. And it's not fair that, my pregnancy ended. I'll say that. And it's also very cruel because there's nothing that I did. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything to cause my pregnancy to fail. But also those individuals did not do anything to cause their pregnancy to succeed. So it's no one's fault. And I'm not saying that I blame them. I'm just saying it hurts to see that. It hurts to see that. That's one of the hardest parts is, knowing when your due date was and it never came. So I simply choose not to trigger myself. And if that means staying away from certain individuals at this time, I do that. And is that a terrible thing? I don't think so. I think it's a part of healing. My therapist has encouraged me to focus on myself. And I think you have to be focused on yourself in this journey. You have to sometimes be okay with disappointing people. And people have to understand that you're not the same person that you were before. You might not be able to be around a baby right now. And that's okay. And if people are truly your friend, they will love you and respect that about you. And I've struggled with that too. I've struggled with people not understanding my journey, but I don't really let myself care or get caught up in that, because I know that anybody that's been through what I've been through would feel exactly the way that I feel. And I'm not being hateful or mean to anyone. I'm simply giving myself space. And if someone has a problem with that, then that's not my problem, And that's how I would encourage you to view it. Focus on yourself. And I think even going into a next pregnancy, you really have to put up boundaries and focus on yourself, because that's hard. I think one of the biggest struggles that I feel right now is fear that my next pregnancy will fail. Because for me, pregnancy is supposed to be happy and I'm supposed to be excited, like there's a new opportunity for hope. But all I really feel is fear that I'll get my hopes up again and then be having to go through another loss. I think that's the biggest hurdle that I feel right now is I don't want to get my hopes up. I've talked to my therapist about this a lot. She just encourages me to remember that if I do have another loss, that I have a lot of support around me and family, friends, and therapy. And I've got a wonderfully supportive doctor team, and I have come so far from where I was. I'm not where I was again, not at all. And things are very different now, and that my body will have support, and I've been trying to prepare my body for this. And so it's a different situation. And so it is a new chapter. It is a new opportunity. I like to say, if you've been through this and you are trying to conceive again after losses, I would just say to all those women out there that just remember a pregnancy test being positive is an opportunity for hope and success. So when I get a positive test again, which I feel like I will because I have a really good track record of fertile, I'm very fertile, as the doctors have told me, very fertile, it's hope. So when I see that positive test, I'm going to choose to think, this is hope. This is an opportunity. And I will do what I can to help that pregnancy succeed in that moment. Every day, take it one step at a time. And that's all I can do. All I can do is follow my protocol the doctor gives me, take my medicine, take my injections, and move forward. And pregnancy will be challenging for me. I think pregnancy is going to be more challenging than even what I've been through right now. And it's hard to even imagine. But I'm hoping that it will be also full of joy. I'm going to try to find ways to enjoy my pregnancy. It's a lot because I feel like I don't even know at what point of my pregnancy I'll feel comfortable sharing that I'm pregnant with anyone. I mean, I go back and forth because, and I'm just being really transparent with you guys. My parents, I told my mom last time, and she was one of the only people that I told because I'd had a loss and I was like, I don't want to get my hopes up. But I really thought that pregnancy was going to work out because everything was going great. I thought it was. And I told my mom, I didn't tell my dad. So he found out afterwards, after I had lost my baby. And he's like, I wish you had told me. I could have been praying for you. And so I've changed my perspective now. When I get pregnant again, I'm going to tell my parents so they can be praying for me. Now, the hard part about that is I don't want to get their hopes up and then crush their heart. But if I have another loss, it's going to crush all of us again, either way. So I've decided, yeah, I'm going to tell my parents so they can pray for me. And then that way, if I have another loss, they can support me. That's the best way to go about it. I mean, everybody wants that, like, surprise, I'm pregnant. Here's my sonogram picture. Everybody wants that for their family. But that's not the reality for everybody. And I just want to say that if that's not your reality, I don't want you to feel bad about that. We are so forced into this box of like, this is what you see on social media. This is how you should announce your pregnancy. This is what you should do. This is what pregnancy is like. And it's all fake. It's all fake because there's a lot of people that can't just, woo, I'm pregnant, and be excited about that. That's not, a positive pregnancy test doesn't really mean much to me right now. If I can see that my baby is strong and growing and healthy, then yeah, that'll mean something to me. So yes, I may not have the same joy that has been robbed of my pregnancy. I may not have the same just gullible happiness. I think about that sometimes and how I can't imagine a world where I would get a positive test and then everything would just be perfect and zero issues would have happened. Like, I can't really wrap my mind around that because that has not been my reality, but I know that there's a lot of people that have that reality. There's a lot of people that also have serious complications and like their babies end up fine. There's a lot of people that don't even take prenatal vitamins and their babies end up fine. It's mind-blowing to me because I take all these supplements and all these treatments in pregnancy. I will. And I'm just begging for the opportunity for it to work. So it's very humbling to be the woman on this side and to see like the reality of the world and how a lot of women just don't even care or are involved in bad things for their body and still have success. It's just really hard when you have women like me that do everything they can to help their body. It doesn't feel really that fair, but at the end of the day, all you can do is focus on your journey and doing the best you can for your body. That would be my encouragement as well, because I know you think about all these things when you're going through this. So yeah, part of me feels sad that like I feel robbed of like the opportunity to just celebrate my pregnancy, but I'm hoping that along the way, if I can get through, you know, some critical milestones that I haven't been able to get through in the past, that hopefully I can start building up confidence that my pregnancy can be successful. So that's kind of where I'm going to take this, and just take it one step at a time. And hopefully along the way I can feel more comfortable and start sharing the news, and not be so terrified that something's going to go wrong. And unfortunately, after being in this world, I have learned that no matter where you are in your pregnancy, something can go wrong. No matter if you're in your first, second, or third trimester, things can happen to your body. Pregnancy is very difficult. So I don't want you to ever feel like, oh, I'm 20 weeks pregnant, I'm fine. Please just take care of yourself, and just remember that your pregnancy is never a guarantee. That would be my guidance. I've heard so many women say things like that, like, I'm so far along that nothing could ever happen. Please just don't ever feel that way. I'm like horrified when I hear that, just because of what I've seen and heard and experienced. So anyways, that was kind of deep and not necessarily that positive, but this is a realistic channel, and I'm sharing the truth. So yeah, I feel at peace. I feel ready. Emotionally, I have again been going through therapy. I have processed my losses. I am able to buy baby things again and be excited for our next opportunity. We are trusting in God's plan. I truly hope that my body can do this again and do it successfully. And I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I feel more called now than ever to be a mom, whether that be biologically or adoption. I am good with God's plan. I'm like, God, just let your will be done. And I prayed a lot and asked God for his help in letting me be successful. And I pray that he can, but we just never know. So yes, I'm on a very difficult path of my life, but I am thankful to be alive. I'm thankful that my body is responding so well to my treatments, and having positive news and looking toward the future is all you can do. Now, in terms of pregnancy, again, not sharing too much from a reproductive immunology perspective, but I will someday, I promise. I am going to be on a full protocol, and I think that will help me this time around. I will be on a typical protocol for women that struggle with recurrent pregnancy loss. But the good thing about RI care is they tailor it to your specific body. So my protocol may not be someone else's protocol. And I will be on some special supplements like baby aspirin, progesterone suppositories, progesterone injections, potentially Lovenox for blood clotting factors he found in my body, to try and help me to have success. So across the board, there is not that much you can really do to intervene with a pregnancy. Your body is made to handle that on its own. But there are things that can go wrong, and there are things that women might just need to give them support, like progesterone hormones, baby aspirin, clotting medications, low-dose steroids for inflammation issues, and things like that. So I just want you to know that there are things that they can do to help you and your body have a better chance of success. And a lot of it is about preparing your body to be ready for pregnancy. So that's the journey I've been on for the past couple months. All right, so thank you for watching this video today, just about how do I feel now that we're about to try to conceive again. It's a lot. It's the next chapter in our journey. It's a fresh new start, and I'm ready for it. And I am just praying for God to bring me success I'll say this, I am way more educated in my body and my health and pregnancy now than I was before. I feel that my protocol will prepare me for a successful pregnancy and hopefully help me avoid some of the struggles in pregnancy, like gestational diabetes and preeclampsia and things that my body is more prone to developing, which I have found that out through my fertility workup. I feel ready. I feel ready to move forward and to try again. And I am very much praying for God to give me success. And I have a really good support system behind me to help me along the way. But again, I'm going to be very cautious and very quiet. I'm not going to share my pregnancy news until I really feel confident in that. So it may be a while before you get any more updates from me in this side of things, but I'll hopefully throughout my pregnancy provide some updates and then maybe someday be able to share them with you, because I know it's so important to share the whole picture of the struggle and then the success, because the success stories are really what keeps me going, of seeing women have success on with my doctor or similar scenario as me, and I'm not giving up. I encourage you to not give up and keep fighting for your chance of having a family. God put it on my heart to be a mom, and he hasn't taken that desire off my heart. So I know that he's going to help me make that happen. All right, so thank you for tuning into this update about my emotions right now, what is going on in my crazy life. I'll be back with you soon to hopefully share more details. We're working on our nursery right now. I am currently in here. It is turning out completely adorable, as I knew that it would. So more to come on that as well, with how we are decorating our nursery. And that's such a positive thing to do on the way as you wait for your rainbow baby. All right, thank you so much for watching and tuning into my channel, Life with Everyday Haley. I'll see y'all next time. Hope y'all have a very blessed day. Bye.